our ability to drive business insight is very much tied to the data elements, and the access to vast amounts of data that is sitting in the cloud. And so there's a natural synergy between cloud computing and big data analytics. And what we want to be in a better position to do is exploit these synergies so that we can create business insight. Cloud analytics has the same concepts we've been talking about: predictive, diagnostic, description, and prescriptive, but it combines them with real-time sensor data that's in the cloud, the explosion of mobile devices, the frameworks that are driven by cybersecurity, and the core infrastructure and data of cloud to catalyze this idea of analytics. And so what happens is that we get a much richer, a more robust set of both data elements and the models and visualization required to turn those elements into business insight. Now, it's really hard to imagine all the data that's available to us from an analytics perspective that's in the cloud, but this next chart will give us a sense of what kinds of data is out there and how frequently it is updated and available. In just 60 seconds, there are billions of transactions, millions of videos, billions of posts and tweets that are happening. And cloud analytics is an attempt to embed this analytics capability into all these different cloud capabilities at scale, so that now, instead of just monetizing the infrastructure using the core elements of virtualization and the multi-tenant capabilities associated with cloud, we're lasing a stick of dynamite by adding analytics and getting all this data to work for us in a way that helps our business accelerate its insight and its insight capabilities. All this happens because of cloud. And here's the cloud computing model that it's built on. Of course, we have these deployment models, these 4 deployment models of public, private, hybrid, and community. They are, in fact, the deployment models people are most familiar with, along with the service models of software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. But it's these essential characteristics of cloud that really help us to appreciate how important the fusion of cloud computing and analytics can be. This broad network access, using the internet to get access to hundreds of millions, billions of sensor-enabled data elements, rapid, fluid, flexible elasticity that allows us to go to places and get lots and lots of data if we need to and scale the infrastructure appropriately. The ability to use a measured service. This consumption-based pricing of cloud allows us to get hundreds of thousands of virtual machines and access to data elements and then shut them all down without having to pay for building the infrastructure to support it. And of course, this whole idea of self-service on demand is essential because as our business changes, our needs will change, and then our ability to drive our insight will very, very easily change too with cloud computing as it's on-demand self-service, all sitting on top of the set of resource pools that allow us to scale up and down on demand. And so these characteristics of cloud computing make it essential and easy to see why people are using cloud computing to enhance and exploit the analytics requirements that they have of their business. Without question, hybrid cloud computing is the predominant model associated with cloud adoption. And the primary reason is because this idea of multiple clouds fused together for multiple purposes or what we call fit-for-purpose cloud, is the one that is being used by most people. It provides a higher speed, a lower cost. It requires a re-architecting of applications, but once re-architected, these cloud applications can operate in multiple environments, and we can shift workload to the right clouds at the right time for the right purpose. And all of that has a tendency to accelerate innovation. And by using cloud computing, especially hybrid cloud computing, we're able to identify how we can use all this data and all these physical and virtual resources to create the business insight that we really are looking forward to. And one of the key elements of cloud computing that makes all this happen is this concept of a cloud broker. Cloud brokers make the hybrid cloud model work because they are one of the aggregation points for this hybrid cloud model. And as you can see, they take all these different types of clouds and they provide the billing and security, the transparency, all of the governance, all of the core services that you need in the cloud, and they put them in a place where you can manage all these hybrid clouds from a single virtual environment. And in fact, when we think about the entry point for cloud analytics, or analytics as a service, we can envision that it would be at the cloud broker that we would have this capability reside. Now let's talk about SMAC. SMAC, social, mobile, analytics, and cloud. When we think about the fusion of these technologies, you can see that we're really now getting at the heart of why cloud and analytics are so closely related. Because now we're doing cloud with social, cloud with mobile, mobile analytics, mobile social, social analytics, right? So it's a huge convergence of all these great technologies to provide business insight, business analytics, what has happened and why and what might happen and what should I do about it.